a goal, an assist in this game. I don't know, how is it feeling for you out there to be contributing like this?
It feels pretty awesome. I'm glad we got the win tonight. I think it's really important to bounce back after LA, especially. The staff and the players talked about just needing more from everybody, and I felt like we started a little slow tonight, but especially the second half, we looked more like ourselves again. But it feels good. I was happy to get on the score sheet tonight and get the assist as well. But they were good team plays, and I felt like we were knocking on the door as well, and it was a well-deserved 3 points tonight.
Are you at the point now where, I know we've talked to you a lot about how this is a lot. The success feels like a lot. Are you getting to the point where you're starting to expect these performances from yourself, and do you feel like you're getting the confidence of your teammates that this is sort of just, they know what you bring when you get on the field?
Yeah, I think my expectations have changed. My mom uses the term with me, the goalposts have shifted, and I've always had these expectations of myself a little bit. I expected that this was going to come at some point, and it's fun that it's happened organically over the season. But I think things like this take time, right? It always takes time to build trust with your teammates and build relationships with guys. I feel like that's how I've had success, is building relationships and trust with guys over time, and eventually that pays off with the staff too, right? But I think I also know that it's not something, the expectations are more for me too, and from other people as well, and I have to continue to know what got me here in the first place and continue to do those things too. Always bring the work effort that I have, and the other qualities that got me in this position in the first place. I can't forget about those.
You and Jordan now combined on 3 goals, obviously 2 of them tonight, but is there something to be said about the connection that you guys have there?
I love playing with Jordan. I think I understand, where he likes to run. He's obviously so fast, and I think he's still deceptively fast. I don't think people realize how fast he is, and it's exciting when balls get in behind to him, and the space is there for me to run into. I think you saw that tonight a little bit, but on Jordan's goal tonight, I had an earlier chance where he was in the exact same spot, and I hit it a little bit too far out towards where the defense was recovering, and I was just thinking, if I get that again, it's got to be closer to the keeper where he can run onto it, and I was lucky to get another chance. I think when they got the red card, the game started to really open up for us, and Danny gave me a really good pass in that second one. Christian gave me the same pass a little bit earlier, and it's lucky to not make the same mistake twice.
You've been this far multiple times now for this team this season especially. What is your mentality when you're going into these games? Is it key for you to be watching the play and see where your opportunities might be, or is it just you're just excited to be out there and get ready to run around and make plays?
I think it's different every time, and I think that's been part of the learning process for me, is recognizing what the game needs from me in the moment. Are we up a goal? Are we chasing the game a little bit? What's the energy going into the match? I think early in the year I came in a little too eager to make a play, and tonight I was just focusing on doing the little things right at the beginning, and I saw that there was a lot of space in behind, even though they still had 5 in the back. But I think each game's been different, but I do try and bring that energy and that spark when I can, and tonight it worked out.
You talked just a little bit about your goal. You talked about the Jordan goal, but what did you see on that chance, and what does it mean to keep running even in the 95th?
Yeah, I think it actually started with pressure from Christian and Leo on the right side, so kudos to them. And Leo then won in, found Jordan, and in the previous game, Jordan had got a similar chance, and took the shot himself, and he hadn't seen my run, and he was like, look, if I see you there, I'm always going to play you. And kudos to him. He did do that the next time that opened up like that. And I just had to, I think in the last game against LA, I had 2 chances or so, and I rushed that finish a little bit. And tonight was just focused on if I get that moment to take a little breath there, and I was able to have the time to look up and see where the keeper was and just slot it in that near post space.
How do you prepare for this kind of tournaments? It's an international tournament where you probably going to participate. Have you been able to watch some Liga MX games? Do you know anything about the country?
Honestly, I don't. I know that they've only played a few games this season to start the year. Obviously, this next week will be all about them, but I think for us, it's just taking it one game at a time and getting out of the group first. And good result against Necaxa guarantees that. So I'm hoping we can do that. But I think all of us have a lot of respect for the Liga MX teams, and I definitely do. I don't know anything about them though, so I'm excited for this week to get the video on that and to learn about them. And but I think similar to the league, it's one game at a time. Same way we've approached the Open Cup games, like respecting every opponent, but also knowing that we have the team to go far in a lot of these competitions.